Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good everywhere. Wherever you're watching me from all over the world, I know we operate a different time zone. So, and I do appreciate all of you for paying a serious attention to people like us. I am one of your I'm one of your teacher today, your language teacher, especially when it has to do with Yoruba language. That's what I am to you. And I'm not just your Yoruba language teacher. I am one of those who value culture a lot, and traditions, as long as it comes with purity and honesty. So I am the custodian, one of the custodian, the protector, the maintenance of our culture and language. Value culture a lot, and it's simply because it's our source. Whether we like it or not, it is our source, our beginning, and it's our ending. And that practically has to do with our identity, which is where God lies. That's how God communicates with us in the original, undiluted way. He created us for that place in the first instance. He didn't make a mistake. If you say he made a mistake, well, I can argue that with you. But he never made a mistake for creating you in a place. It's for a purpose, and he wants you to make an impact. Not just for you to benefit only, but he wants you to make an impact in your life and in the life of everyone around. And guess what? Every other thing will follow that will make your life a more glorious one for yourself and for your community, and so shall it be. So as you listen to me today, it is not by mistake. It is just because you have been arranged to be blessed. So for the benefit of those younger ones that will be watching me, not just the older people, I want them to realize that you were not designated to a particular community, a country, a place by mistake. God has his reasons. And your origin is your parent or parental place. That's what it is. And that's part of the reason why I'm here today. I want you to realize your identity, who you truly are, wherever you found yourself in any part of the world. Your parent origin is your origin. You can never be another person, because whether you like it or not, you will never be acceptable as original, but you will be used for their own purpose and for their own purpose alone. Maybe there you could enjoy. So therefore, please let us embrace our source, our origin, our culture and traditions. This is how God relates with us originally, organically, naturally, whichever way you want to see it to be. So today, I am your teacher, your host. I will be teaching us what we call in English language time, but we will be deliberating upon it in our own indigenous, undiluted language, which is Yoruba language. Today is lesson 11. We've done lesson 10. We dealt with days of the week. Now, we want to briefly touch time in Yoruba language. And then you will further develop yourself in the rest. And if you have any comment or any question whatsoever, you will leave it in the comment section. And you and I will sort it out. I'm not the perfect person. You are not. But when we work together, we become great. Thank you very, very much. We'll go on. So, today, it is called time in English language. Time in English language. Okay? So that's what it's called. That's what we'll be talking about. So I'll be switching to my wonderful, undiluted, glorious, natural Yoruba language, my mother and father tongue, which is now mine as well. And that's where God, my creator, live. So, ẹ káàárọ̀, ẹ kú ojúmọ́ o, ẹ káàárọ̀, ẹ káàsán, ẹ káalẹ́. Níbikíbi tí ẹ bá ti ń wò mí, ojú yóò ní fọ́, etí yóò sì ní di. Ẹ sì ní ìnira, bọ̀ ìlera ló máa jẹ́ ti yín. Ní ọjọ́kọ́jọ́, nígbà gbogbo, ìlera píríkítí lára yín gbọ́dọ̀ máa yá. Nígbà gbogbo, ẹ̀yin lẹ máa rẹ́yìn ọ̀tá yín o, ọ̀tá yín ò sì lè rẹ́yìn yín. Ní agbára Elédùmárè tó dá wa sílẹ̀ alààyè. Èmi ni olùkọ́ yín ní èdè Yorùbá, èdè tó múnádóko, èdè tí ò ṣe é dàrú, èdè tí ibi tó jẹ́ pé ibi tọ́lọ́run ti ń gbé fún àwa Yorùbá. Bó ṣe ń gbé ní àwọn ti Jámánì, bó ṣe ń gbé ní tàwọn ti Gẹ̀ẹ́sì, àwọn ti Japan, bọ̀ tiwa Yorùbá Ọlọ́run tó forí wa sọ kalẹ̀ sí. Ibi tó ti ń gbé fún wa nìyẹn. Kò kí ń gbé ní inú èdè lédè fún àwa. Ibi tó ti ń bá wa sọ̀rọ̀ nìyẹn. Bó ṣe lè gbọ́ wa yékéyéké òun nìyẹn. So níbikíbi tẹ́ bá ti ń wò mí, ẹ ṣé o. Ó lè jẹ́ àárọ̀ fún yín, ó lè jẹ́ ọ̀sán, ó lè jẹ́ alẹ́. Ẹ gbà mí tọwọ́ tẹsẹ̀, èmi lọmọ yín, ẹ̀gbọ́n yín, àbúrò yín, bàbá yín, tó jẹ́ olùkọ́ èdè Yorùbá. Mo jẹ́ gẹ́gẹ́ bí àwọn nínú àwọn èèyàn tí ó ń gbé èdè wa lárugẹ, tó ń fi ààbò bo èdè wa, tí ó sì ń kọ́ àwọn èèyàn nínú èdè wa. Yálà ó jẹ́ ọmọ Yorùbá àbí aráàta Yorùbá tí ó sì fẹ́ gbọ́ èdè Yorùbá, bóyá ọkọ ló jẹ́ àbí ìyàwó ló jẹ́ tó dẹ̀ fẹ́ ọmọ bíbí inú Yorùbá tí a jáde láti orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà. So èmi jẹ́ kan nínú wọn. Èmi ni olùkọ́ yín, àbúrò yín, Ọlátúnjí Awólọ́pé. Ẹ ṣé gan ni o, mo dúpẹ́ o. Ìdáàbòbò la wá fún o, ẹ̀kọ́ sì la wá fún. So àkọlé ẹ̀kọ́ wa tòní ó máa jẹ́ agogo, tí àwọn elédè Gẹ̀ẹ́sì máa ń pè ní time, tí wàá máa jẹ́ agogo. Rere kò ní àmì, kò lámì lórí. Agogo a máa ń pè, elédè Gẹ̀ẹ́sì máa ń pè ní time, àwa ń pè ní agogo. Ṣó ti yé sìn? Ẹ̀rẹ̀ ti rí agogo ó pé oríṣiríṣi ọ̀nà. Eléyìnbó máa ń pè ní agogo, elédè Gẹ̀ẹ́sì máa ń pè ní wall clock. Wọ́n tún lè they can as well call it wristwatch, or in any form it could be. You can find time in your your handset, in everywhere. You understand now? But àwa elédè Yorùbá, àwa ń pè ní agogo. Eléyìí báyìí la máa pè ní agogo àgbékọ́. Agogo àgbékọ́, bí bá sì mọ̀ jù mí lọ, bá mi fi síbẹ̀, àjọ ń kọ́ra wa náà ni. Agogo àgbékọ́, agogo tá à ń dè mọ́wọ́ náà ó wà. Agogo náà tó wà nínú ẹ̀rọ tá fi ń báni sọ̀rọ̀ ó wà, àti bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. So ti but ká má bàa dára wa láàmú, tá má pẹ́ jù lénìí. Àwọn máa ọ̀rọ̀ jómi tó rọrọ̀ lórí bí a ṣe ń pe time bá ṣe ń pe time ní èdè Yorùbá, which is tó jẹ́ agogo. Bá ṣe ń sọ agogo ní èdè Yorùbá. So ó ní a ní ọ̀kan èjì ẹ̀ta ẹ̀rin àrún ẹ̀fà èje ẹ̀sán ẹ̀jọ ẹ̀sán ẹ̀wá ọ̀kànlá àti èjìlá. Ó ti yé yín o. So fún àwọn tí ó jẹ́ ọmọ kéékèèké láàrin wa, a máa gbìyànjú láti wọnú ẹ̀ dáadáa sí i. Ó ti yé yín sìn. So I will switch on to English as well. So please bear with me. So as it is, we have it from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay? We have 12 and 6 as the center. So which means this is, if we are dealing with time, we can call it 12 o'clock, and here 6 o'clock here. We have 3 o'clock here, we have 9 o'clock, we have 10, we have 5, we have 2, we have 7, we have 8, we have 1, we have 11, we have 4. Do you understand? So in Yoruba language, if we can say agogo méjìlá, agogo mẹ́fà, agogo méje, agogo kan, ago mẹ́jọ, ago méjì, ago mẹ́sàn, ago mẹ́ta, ago mẹ́wàá, ago márùn, ago mọ́kànlá, ago mẹ́rin, or ọ̀kànlá, ago mẹ́rin. So ti easy. So bí ó ṣe lè rí nìyẹn. So nísìn mo fẹ́ ká kàn tún gbìyànjú láti mọ bí ó ṣe lè jẹ́ láláì tí lo ọwọ́ ńlá àti ọwọ́ kékeré, the big hand and the small hand. Okay? So now kárí lè yá sí 1 o'clock, aago kan, 2 o'clock, aago méjì, 3 o'clock, aago mẹ́ta, 4 o'clock, aago mẹ́rin, 5 o'clock, aago márùn, 6 o'clock, aago mẹ́fà, 7 o'clock, aago méje, 8 o'clock, aago mẹ́jọ, 9 o'clock, aago mẹ́sàn, 10 o'clock, aago mẹ́wàá, 11 o'clock, aago ọ̀kànlá, 12 o'clock, aago èjìlá. Ó ti yé wa bàbá yẹn. So ẹni tó bá ti ń bá wa bọ̀ láti ẹ̀kọ́ kìíní títí dé ẹ̀kọ́ kẹwàá tá a ṣe tán, a mọ̀ pé a ti kọ́ bá ṣe ń ka ọ̀kan èjì ẹ̀ta ní èdè Yorùbá, òǹkà tá a pè ní 1, 2, 3. So wàá lè mọ nǹkan tá à ń sọ, and you will be able to understand what we're saying here, that we're not doing, rocket science or riddles. All right. So now we'll try and go straight by drawing our hand. We have we'll do the simple one. You understand now? So we have bigger hand. That's big hand. And if this is also coming like this, both the bigger hand is facing 12 and the smaller hand as well is also facing 12. You understand now? In English, we'll call it 12 o'clock. 12. Okay? It is called 12 o'clock. But ní èdè Yorùbá, tàbí ní èdè Yorùbá, a máa pè ní èdè Yorùbá, eléyìí máa jẹ́ agogo méjìlá. Agogo méjìlá. Agogo méjìlá. Ká lè mọ bó ṣe jẹ́ agogo méjìlá. Ṣó yé wa o? Màá kọ dáadáa ní èdè táwọn máa ṣe ní tẹ̀lé. So agogo méjìlá, 12 o'clock, it is called agogo méjìlá. So ti yẹn sìn. So tá bá tún mú ká pa ilé rẹ̀, clean the smaller hand, and then which is a máa pa ọwọ́ kékeré rẹ̀. Tá bá mú lọ sí ọwọ́ kékeré sí báyìí. Ọwọ́ ńlá ó wà níbí, ọwọ́ kékeré wà níbí. Big hand here, small hand here. Big hand is facing 12, and then small hand is facing 3. So by so doing that, you understand, because this is the smaller hands count the next time to become. What will be the next time? While the bigger hands count how many minutes are we having. Do you understand now? So as it is right now, this is 12 o'clock. This is the benefit of that for the younger ones who doesn't know time yet. You understand now? Whenever you see a small hand, it's trying to tell you the time to become. That's the real time you are at that particular moment. Do you understand now? You're no longer in the past. Time is the time. So when you see 3, for example, when you see a small hand pointing at 3, that is the time we are at that particular time. But when you see bigger hands, that is counting the minutes. And we have 60 minutes in a time. We have 30 minutes in this right side. We have 30 minutes in the left side, which is this left side, is called to or before. This right side is called after or past. Yes, sir, now. Before. And then past. Okay? So, before and then past. So we have 30 minutes here past, and we have 30 minutes here before. Okay? Ní èdè Yorùbá, before, a máa pè ní pèlú. Past, ní èdè Yorùbá a máa pè ní ó kọjá. Ó kọjá, mi re mi, pèlú, mi dò. So ti wá báyìí sí o, pèlú, mi dò, past, ó kọjá. So ti yẹn sìn. So in English it's called before, this side, the 30 minutes. You understand now? Then the 30 minutes after 12 and after 6 is called past in English language. But ní Yorùbá, ní èdè Yorùbá, à ń pè ní pèlú. Nǹkan tó fẹ́ lọ. Òun ló máa jẹ́ ó fẹ́ lọ. So yeah, pèlú. Then ní èdè Yorùbá fún past à ń pè ní ó kọjá, ó ti kọjá. Ó ti kọjá. Ó ti kọjá lọ. So now, nísìnyí báyìí, a ní ọwọ́ ńlá. So we have big hands on 12, and then we have a smaller hand on 3. So as it is now, you understand now, most of this whole thing will be like for someone who knows time already. Now you are learning time in another language, which is called Yoruba language. Okay? But I'm just trying to help those children that doesn't knows even time in the language they speak. So whichever way, I'm sure mommy and daddy will be able to help you for that. Okay? Never mind. So if you want to ask questions, you can ask. Mommy and daddy can help you ask questions in the comment section. So as it is now, it is called 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock, just like what we have here. Before, we have 12 o'clock, and then here now we're having 3 o'clock. Three o'clock. So we have it 3 o'clock. If it's Yoruba, tó bá jẹ́ pé Yoruba èdè Yoruba ni, a máa pè ní agogo. Agogo mẹ́ta. Agogo mẹ́ta. A tún máa ń sọ pé agogo mẹ́ta ti lù. Agogo mẹ́ta ti lù. Agogo mẹ́ta yẹn wà òkè. Yẹn súnmọ́. So agogo mẹ́ta, 3 o'clock, agogo mẹ́ta. So tó bá jẹ́ 4 o'clock, for example, tá bá ní pé ọwọ́ kékeré wà ní ó lọ sí ó wá síbí. Kí la máa pè o? Ẹ̀yin náà ìgbìyànjú ẹ sọ fún mi. Kí la máa pè lè ní èdè Yorùbá? Ọwọ́ ńlá ó wà níbí. Ọwọ́ tó tóbi ó wà níbí. Ọwọ́ kékeré ó wà níbí. Ẹ ti rí ibi tó wà nsìn. So kí la máa pè lè? Ìwọ náà yá gbìyànjú. Agogo mẹ́fà ó kárí ọmọ. Agogo mẹ́fà ò ló lù. Bóyá kí n kọ sí mo lè kọ sí ok ẹ jẹ́ ká tún lo ibà náà at least àti rí aago 12 àti kíní. Mo lè lo eléyìí. Ẹ kí n lo ibi. Agogo, this is 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock. So a lo ti báyìí náà. Agogo mẹ́fà. Agogo mẹ́fà or agogo ẹ̀fà. Ẹ má jẹ́ kó dàrú. Mo ti sọ fún yín tẹ́lẹ̀. Ọ̀kan, ìkan, èjì, méjì, ìkọ̀kan náà ni. Ṣé ti yín? So agogo mẹ́fà ò ló lù. Níbí báyìí agogo mẹ́fà ló lù. Ló lù. Ló lù. Agogo mẹ́fà ló lù. Níbí báyìí. So tó bá jẹ́ pé ibi báyìí, if we're to be, your smaller hand is facing 9, what will you call it? You know already. This is 9 o'clock. Kí wá la máa pè ní Yorùbá? 9 o'clock in Yorùbá. Kí la máa pè? Gbìyànjú. Óyá. A dá fún ọmọ. Orí àkànkì. Agogo mẹ́sàn-án. 9 o'clock. Agogo mẹ́sàn-án. Agogo mẹ́sàn-án ló lù ọ́ ti lù. Yàrá ṣe kan. Agogo mẹ́sàn-án lù. Olóṣè dá ká mọ̀ bá ṣe ń ka òǹkà wa tẹ́lẹ̀. Tá bá mọ̀ òǹkà kò sí bá ṣe fẹ́ mọ̀ gbogbo ilé tá sọ yìí. Ó ní mo ṣe torí ẹ̀ tí mo fi bí pẹlẹbẹ mọ́ọ̀lẹ̀ jẹ́ fún gbogbo yín. A kàn lè sọ pé à ń kọ́ èdè lédè ká má bẹ̀rẹ̀ lórí ABD or ABC in English. Wọ́n jẹ́ pé German náà bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ náà nìyẹn. Kẹ́ tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí máa bọ̀ lórí òǹkà that we call 1, 2, 3. So by the time we get to a tougher area, when we start applying those things that we've learned from grassroots, there you find it easy. So tá bá ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti bí pẹlẹbẹ bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn, gbogbo àwọn kankan tá ti kọ́ láti bẹ̀rẹ̀ tó bá di pé àwa débi tó ti ń le, a máa lè máa mú gbogbo àwọn kan tá ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti fi a máa mú lò. So ti yín sìn. We'll be using it, amamamulo. We'll be using it, amamamulo. We'll be using it, amamamulo. So amamulo, we will be using it to help ourselves. It's just like someone that wants to learn mathematics and he doesn't want to start with arithmetics. That's simple mathematics. Start from 1, 2, 3. Know how to count 1, 2, 3. So after that, you learn 1 plus 1, 0 plus 1. So now when you get to learning adding 1 plus figures, 2 figures together, when you see the figures, it will not become a strange thing to you because you have learned, you have been able to recognize 1, 2, 3 in the first place. So that's how it is. So the same way too, in Yoruba language, if you want to learn to bí wọ́n ṣe ń kà, at least wàá kọ́kọ́ kọ́ bọ́n ṣe ń ka ọ̀kan èjì ẹ̀ta náà. Tó bá di pé wàá fẹ́ máa ṣírò wọn papọ̀, o fẹ́ ṣírò òǹkà méjì papọ̀, ọ̀kan àti ọ̀kan àbí ọ̀kan àti èjì papọ̀. Tó bá rí tó sọ pé ọ̀kan, wàá mọ̀ pé ọ̀kan nìyẹn, tó ti rí nísìn báyìí, wàá rí sìn, wàá tètè mọ̀. Àá tètè lè ṣe nǹkan tó yẹ ká ṣe. So nísìn bá agogo 9 ti lù, agogo 9 ló lù. Bó bá ṣe wù ẹ́ kó ṣe pé agogo 9 ti lù, agogo 9 ló lù. So ṣó ti wá sìn. Agogo 9 lélẹ̀, a ti ṣe ago 12, a ti ṣe ago 3, a ti ṣe ago 4, a ti tún ṣe ago 9 sìn. So tá bá fẹ́ ṣe àwọn tó kù, mo mọ̀ pé bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe mọ̀wé tó kò le rárá fún yín. I know you guys are very brilliant. If you want to try any other time here, let's say for example, you want to try, which one should we try? Okay, let's try our smaller time facing here. What's it facing? It's facing 4. Number 4. That's what it's facing. So obviously, I'm sure you can easily decode it. You can easily encode this for yourself. You can easily encode this for yourself. So you know that this is 4 o'clock. And ní èdè Yorùbá, agogo 4 ti lù. Agogo 4 ló lù. Agogo 4 ti lù. Mi ní kọ ẹ̀ sílẹ̀ so kó fún ara ẹ̀ máa kọ sínú ìwé tí òun kọ. So bá ṣe máa ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ nìyẹn. So ti yé wá sìn. So tá bá sọ pé báwo la ṣe lè mọ bí wọ́n ṣe ń lo aago kan fẹ́ lọ lù àbí aago kan ti kọjá tí àwọn elédè Gẹ̀ẹ́sì máa sọ pé bí aago time is about to and time is past. How do we deal with that in our Yoruba language? That's what we should also follow now, and then we'll round up as quick as we can. So as it is now, we will look into, let's say, big hand is here. I will leave it for that area. Big hand is here. And then smaller hand is here. Remember I said at the initial stage that, for the benefit of those younger ones, that this smaller hand is what tells you the time that you are in or you are about to be. And this bigger hand is what tells you about how many minutes before or how many minutes after or past. Okay? So ní èdè ti Yorùbá, bigger hand, ọwọ́ ńlá ló máa sọ fún ẹ pé àwọn aago tó fẹ́ lọ lù. Ó ní ó máa sọ fún ẹ iye ẹ̀ka kọ̀ọ̀kan tí aago fẹ́ lọ lù. So ti yẹ sí. Ọwọ́ kékeré ló máa sọ fún ẹ aago gangan tí a fẹ́ tó fẹ́ lù gangan. So ti yẹ sí. So nísìn if we look at this one now, from here, I'm not teaching literally Agogo time, but I'm just telling you how you can switch from English time to Yoruba time. So as it is right now, here we have our bigger hand pointing at 9. And from here to this place, everywhere we say before is what this place lies. But when the bigger hand here, we start counting from where the bigger hand lies up to the center point of 12. You will not count from 6 to 12, no. Except if the bigger hand is pointing at 6 or is pointing at 7, you start counting from wherever the bigger hands start from, pointing at. You count forward, you don't count backward. Okay? So as it is now, that's the way it is. We will count forward from here. So the bigger hand is pointing at 9, and the small hand is pointing towards 4. So when we count from here to here, we have 5 minutes in between. From 10 to 11, we have 5 minutes in between. From 11 to 12, we have 5 minutes in between. So when you add all the 3 5s together, in total, it becomes 15 minutes. So because of that, it will now become 15 minutes before 4. 15 minutes before 4. So you are, then do we understand? 15 minutes before 4 in ní èdè Yorùbá, tá bá máa sọ eléyìí sìn. Mo sọ pé ọwọ́ kékeré ó tọ́ka sí 4. Ọwọ́ ńlá ó tọ́ka sí 9. Ní àárín 9 àti 10, a rí ìṣẹ́jú 5 níbẹ̀. Ní àárín 10 sí 11, a ní ìṣẹ́jú 5 náà síbẹ̀. Ní àárín 11 sí 12, a ní ìṣẹ́jú 5 náà síbẹ̀. Tá bá ka gbogbo ìṣẹ́jú tó wà láàárín mẹ́tẹ̀ẹ̀ta tá ti wò sìn, ó di ìṣẹ́jú yẹn di 5 dógún. 5 bí 5 bí 5 bí. Tá bá ka gbogbo ẹ̀ papọ̀, ìyẹn di 5 dógún or 5 dógún. So ti wá sìn, tá bá fara pè sìn, ní èdè Gẹ̀ẹ́sì lẹ́ka sọ pé 15 minutes before 4. Now, ní èdè Yorùbá, a máa pè ní aago mẹ́rin ó kù ogún. Aago mẹ́rin kù 5 dógún. Aago mẹ́rin kù 5 dógún. Aago mẹ́rin kù 5 dógún. Ó dẹ̀ lè fi ìṣẹ́jú sí, torí ìṣẹ́jú ni gbogbo eléyìí báyìí. 5. Aago mẹ́rin kù 5 dógún ìṣẹ́jú. Ṣé yé wa o? Aago 5 kù 5 dógún ìṣẹ́jú. Yẹ kí n gbé kíní wá sílẹ̀ díẹ̀ ká lè rí kan sí báyìí. A ní kí la pè lẹ́ẹ̀kan ní èdè Gẹ̀ẹ́sì, a ní 15 minutes. Okay. $15 minutes before 15 minutes before 4 o'clock. $15 minutes. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I have to write it properly. 15 minutes. 15 minutes before 4 15 minutes before 4 o'clock. Do you understand now? So, ní èdè Yorùbá, a máa pè ní agogo mẹ́rin. Ago mẹ́rin. Or ká pè ní ago mẹ́rin dín ní márùndógún ìṣẹ́jú. Ago mẹ́rin dín ní márùndógún ìṣẹ́jú. Ago mẹ́rin dín ní ó sunwọ̀n bẹ́ẹ̀. Agogo mẹ́rin dín ní márùndógún ìṣẹ́jú. Ago mẹ́rin dín ní márùndógún ìṣẹ́jú. Ṣó ti yé wa bẹ́ẹ̀? Ago mẹ́rin dín ní márùndógún ìṣẹ́jú. Ìṣẹ́jú means minute. Ìṣẹ́jú is minute. Ṣó yé wa bẹ́ẹ̀ o? So bí ó ṣe máa rí lè, a tó á ṣe ti iwájú ń bí. We'll try the one at the front. Okay, let's now say that big hand is on this other side this time around. Okay, we can lo ibòmí, yeah. Okay, màá lo eléyìí fún. I'll use this one as big hand. Okay. I'll lo eléyìí fún. I'll lo eléyìí fún ọwọ́ kékeré. Big hand here, smaller hand here. Ọwọ́ ńlá ń bí, ọwọ́ kékeré ń bí. Big hand means ọwọ́ ńlá. Lédè Yorùbá, big hand is ọwọ́ ńlá. Small hand means ọwọ́ kékeré. Ọwọ́ kékeré. Ọwọ́ kékeré. Màá kọ síbi kan bẹ́ẹ̀. Mo lè kọ sí yẹn o. Ọwọ́ kékeré. Big hand. Ọwọ́. Ọwọ́ ńlá. Small hand. Kékeré. Ọwọ́ kékeré. Kékeré. Rí e. Kékeré. So now we are here. Our small hand is facing 2 and our big hand is facing 4. As we counted here the other time here, I've said when you are now counting on this other side, you have to look at what we have here. Okay? So meaning when you are counting, you count from 12 to where the big hand stops. Here the other time, you start counting from where big hand is up to 12. You start counting from where big hand is up to 12. But in this case now, when you are at the front side, that's the past area, you start counting from 12 and stop in where big hand is, for you to know how many minutes that is past the time that's supposed to become. All right. So right now, we all know already how many minutes we have in between. I won't have to repeat that. So as it states now, 5 plus 5 here, 10. 5 plus 5 to 10 plus 5, that's 15. 15 plus 5, that's 20. So we have 20 minutes past 4. Sorry, 20 minutes past 2, rather. Sorry about that. 20 minutes past 2, because the smaller hand points towards the time that we're in. So while the smaller hand tells us the minute that's past or before. Okay? So we now have 20 minutes past 2. Okay? So I will erase this and erase this as well. That's the only, we'll change that, we'll change this one too. So we have 20 minutes. 20 minutes past now, yeah. Past 2 o'clock. Note this. Note this. And then here we also erase ní Yorùbá a máa pa mẹ́rin rẹ́, a tún á pa dín, a parẹ́, a sì tún pa aago tó lù tẹ́lẹ̀, a máa parẹ́. So nísìnyí agogo mẹ́rin, agogo méjì eléyìí, agogo méjì kọjá, agogo méjì kọjá ogún, ogún náà nìyẹn, ogún, jẹ́ kí n súnmọ́ ara wọn. Agogo méjì kọjá ogún ìṣẹ́jú. Agogo méjì, eléyìí kò note. Agogo méjì kọjá ogún, agogo méjì kọjá ogún ìṣẹ́jú. Ìṣẹ́jú mo ti sọ pé minute là ń pè ní, ok, ìṣẹ́jú là ń pè ní minute. Kò ní ṣe pẹ̀lú eléyìí o, bàbá ti kọ sí báyìí already. So aago méjì kọjá ogún ìṣẹ́jú, agogo méjì kọjá ogún ìṣẹ́jú. Ó ní bá ṣe máa ṣe báyìí. So ìwọ náà kó gbìyànjú kó ṣe fún ara ẹ̀ náà lóríṣiríṣi tó bá ti mọ̀ pé ó dàrú, bí mọ́mì or kò bí dádì. Tó bá sì jẹ́ mọ́mì náà ni ó ń kọ́, ẹbí dádì wa tí ọmọ Yorùbá tẹ fẹ́. Bó bá sì jẹ́ dádì náà ni ó ń kọ́, ẹbí mọ́mì wa náà tí tó jẹ́ Yorùbá tí ẹ fẹ́. Bẹ́ẹ̀ bá sì jẹ́ Yorùbá, pé àti ẹ̀yin dádì o àti mọ́mì o, kò sí lè o tó jẹ́ Yorùbá nu yín, àbí ẹ̀ tí ẹ gbọ́ Yorùbá rárá, ẹbí èmi tó jẹ́ olùkọ́ yín, ẹ fi mẹ́sẹ̀jì sí ibi tá a máa ń fi mẹ́sẹ̀jì sí ní, ẹ kọ ìwé fún wa níbi tí a máa ń fi ìwé sí ní abẹ́ amóhùnmáwòrán ti YouTube tá à ń wò. Èmi á sì dá yín lóhùn ní wàrà ṣèṣà tó ti yín sìn. So bí ó ṣe jẹ́ nìyẹn. Tẹ́ bá sì fẹ́ yí ká kọ́ yín náà ní èdè Yorùbá, a máa yọ jòkó àjọ wá àsìkò, because àsìkò ti tèmi, ẹ má bínú. A sì ní ilé-iṣẹ́ tá a ti ń ṣiṣẹ́, eléyìí ò fún wa ní kankan, but a fẹ́ tún ayé èèyàn kan sí méjì, a fẹ́ tún ayé wọn ṣe ni. So àjọ jòkó àjọ wá àsìkò tí ó lè rọrùn fún àwọn méjèèjì, so láti ṣe. So bí ó ṣe jẹ́ nìyẹn, ẹ bá wa wá bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe lè fún ara yín ṣe káàkiri bẹ́ẹ̀. Mo mọ̀ pé ó máa yé àwọn tó ti mọ agogo already, yosana ju ẹni tí ò tí mọ ago rárá. I know you will find it very easy to switch from English language into Yoruba language in terms of learning time, compared to someone who doesn't even know time already. Then to switch, he has to tussle a little bit. But nevertheless, once you want to learn, you will surely learn. That's what I can say to you. So thank you very much. I wouldn't say more than this. Spend qualities of time, so, and I know you should enjoy this. I never knew that it's going to be this long, but nevertheless, it is okay. We're learning, and time is never too much when we're learning, because we're not playing. If we're playing, we don't check time, but when we're learning, we want to check time, and that's reason why most of us don't really grab what we're supposed to learn. So, Poshijeni, ẹ ṣé gan ni o, mo dúpẹ́ o, ojú tẹ́ fi ń wò mí ò ní fọ́ o, ẹ jẹ́ ká kọ́ ẹ̀kọ́ dáadáa, ká ṣe bí ó ṣe yẹ kó ṣe rí. Mo dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé tá bá wò dáadáa, a máa lè mọ̀ sí pé nǹkan tí a kọ́, àwa ṣeré ń bí, ẹ̀kọ́ la wá kọ́. Tá bá ń ṣeré, a kì í wo agogo, but tá bá ti ń kọ́ ìwé, a máa ń wo ago. Ìyẹn ni ó jẹ́ ká lè mọ̀ ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ nǹkan nìyẹn. So ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ jẹ́ ká ṣe, ẹ gbà mí bẹ́ẹ̀ tọwọ́ tẹsẹ̀. Ẹ ṣé o, mo dúpẹ́ o, ó dàbọ̀ o. Ọlọ́run á dúró tì wá o, Ọlọ́run á dúró tì ẹ̀yin náà o. Ojú tẹ́ fi ń wò mí àti etí, ojú tẹ́ fi ń wò mí kò ní fọ́ o, etí tẹ́ fi ń gbọ́ mi kò ní yà o. Gbogbo nǹkan tó dẹ̀ fà tẹ́ fẹ́ wá kọ́ ẹ̀kọ́ ẹ̀, kẹ́ bá lè súnmọ́ Ọlọ́run Ẹlẹ́dàá yín, Elédùmárè, nínú èdè tiyín tí ó dá yín sí. Ọlọ́run máa jẹ́ kójú ṣe fún yín, á jẹ́ kójú ṣe fún èmi náà àti ẹbí mi àti ẹbí tiyín náà. Agbára ti Elédùmarè. A máa tún ríra wa o ní ẹ̀kọ́ kejìlá. Ẹ̀kọ́ kí ni o? Ẹ̀kọ́ kejìlá. Ẹ̀kọ́ kí ni o? Ẹ̀kọ́ kejìlá, lesson 12. Thank you very much. This is lesson. We finished lesson 11 today. Thank you and God bless. Ó dàbọ̀ o, ó dàbọ̀, ó dàbọ̀. And